Hello, I'm David Hart, Executive Vice President at the Florida Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line. Our special guest today is Art Torno. He's the Senior Vice President for American Airlines for the Caribbean, Mexico, and Latin America. Art, welcome to the show.
Thanks, David. Happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to be here together for the Florida Chamber's International Days. Tell us why it's important for American Airlines to participate in this conference.
Well, first of all, the Florida Chamber is, a great asset for the state, and we've been a privileged member for a number of years. What, this gives us is really a platform to network and to talk about not only, what our business is about and where we're going, but we get a chance to explain, the value of having a major airline hub in the state of Florida. So the Florida Chamber in this event is just absolutely important for us. You're going to have airports here represented. You'll have a lot of businesses that that are important to us, and so we have to be here. We have to explain what we're doing and where we're going.
Well, thank you for that. So Florida, if we look at the globe, Florida is the 19th largest economy in the world if we were a country. And as you know, we're a growing state, soon to surpass New York to be the third largest state. So y'all have made a huge commitment to and have a great presence in Florida. Why is the Florida market so important to American Airlines?
Well, Florida, its geographic position is huge for us. It is really the gateway to Latin America and the Caribbean, and it serves as a great base for commerce between South America, Central America, Mexico, Europe, as well as Asia. So for us, we have a large base of customer flow through not only South Florida, but also the entire state. We have 560 flights a day in this state, and we cover 15 airports. It's that big for us. So you have a good blend of commerce, a good blend of visitors coming to Florida for vacation and leisure, and then you have a lot of family members. And then on top of that, if that's not big enough for us, then there's the huge cargo piece for us. And we move about 160 million pounds of cargo each year through our South Florida hub. It's just absolutely amazing.
So that's actually a perfect segue to my next question. Florida's had 3 record years of tourism. Last year we had nearly 95 million visitors. And of course you mentioned the cargo piece as well. That's a huge opportunity for Florida. As you sort of scan the horizon for Florida's opportunities, whether in tourism or freight and international trade, some of those things we talked about in the trade and logistics study, what do you see as the biggest opportunities for American Airlines, but also for Florida?
Well, I think the biggest opportunity is in addition to the continued growth, because I think we're just scraping the tip of the iceberg when it comes to visitorship, in particular out of Latin America. But I think some of the opportunities in front of us and some are really some of the challenges that we have in front of us. And I believe that is workforce development, and I think that's a great opportunity because it means we'll put more people to work in the state. And that is just huge for us, and that'll sustain growth, sustain economic growth. So I think, from an opportunity perspective, we really have to talk a little bit about workforce development, as well as continuing to work together and partnering with you and Enterprise Florida, et cetera, on trade missions in and out of Latin America. I think, last but not least, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention it, because we rely so heavily on international flow here, both visitorship and commerce, that I think together we need to work to advocate for additional Customs and Border Patrol inspectors. So it becomes an issue for us in terms of throughput, both customer and cargo. So I think as part of this this conference, that should be part of the dialogue in terms of opportunity.
Well, Art, let me thank you very much for your commitment to the Florida Chamber's International Days Conference, and thank American Airlines for your commitment to Florida. And to our viewers, thank you very much for joining us on another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line.